I would like to welcome Avi from Mobile Tornado. So he's going to talk about the last part of the ecosystem, which is the PTT application server. So let's put our hand together.
So cheer up, everyone! I'm the last. So after this is the cartoon. Yeah. All right. I want to go directly to my presentation, and it's a little bit technical, so I'll try to be as simple as possible so that I don't bore you at the end of the day. Mobile Tornado is actually developing instant communication solutions. It's not just PTT. PTT is the most important application in it. They have text messaging, all that included. And when I was asked to show something, we thought the most important part of our solution is our server and what comes with it. And I'm going to go through that with you guys as soon as possible. When you look at our solution, you see the part that says internet is almost everyone that showed it here is the 3G, 4G networks, wireless, wireline, Wi-Fi, whatever it is, and we go through it. Then you go to our server. When you look at our server, it has virtual servers inside it, applications that's running. And we have, in that server, we are doing the signaling. We have presence. In other words, everyone that goes into different action is known by the other guys that he's not available, and you cannot PTT him and all that. On the other side, we have some of the application. We have location that can connect to outside location servers, lawful interception that can be used by law enforcement and use the system to use it. Configuration, accounting for billing and provisioning, and the big part of the program is the database server that's being used when we talk about high availability and geo redundancy. You need to have a very strong database to control that. Of course, we can provide provisioning, portal, and the orchestration, but that part is inside it. But you can always connect the operator can use their NOC to connect to our solution. Okay, when you look at the server configuration, we have created a solution that goes far beyond just the PTT server. It can go up to very, very large numbers, so it's very scalable. It has high availability, and we think we have no single point of failure, but we are improving our operation every day. So we have had our share of issues with our solution in the past. And we are going virtual. In other words, the server it used to be multiple servers, hardware servers, and now we are having one server that has multiple applications running on it, as I showed you in the past. And we are providing a cloud solution to our customers. Some customers actually buy the whole solution and put their server at their premise, but there are other customers that use this as part of the system. If you're a big customer, you actually get a super user password, and you can provision your users, and you own them, you control them, you give them the rights, and they use your system. But there's a super user, that's us, provides that stuff to those operators. You can see the numbers down below. So we actually provide multiple solutions for. As we said, when you go to the enterprise, they usually don't need the geo-redundancy solution, so they get high availability, smaller servers. And when you go to the mid-range, you still have high availability, but bigger servers. And when you go to the carrier level, you actually carry a great solution, has high capacity geo-redundancy in it. So in other words, you have 4 servers running the solution. And I'm going to show you how they're run. And the cloud-based solution is actually the same as a carrier solution, but the carrier solution is actually in the premise of the carrier, and this one is being used by us, providing services to our customers. Okay, this one was a very complex slide, so I tried to make it as simple as possible. I'm not sure I've done a good job, but let's take a look at it and understand how geo-redundancy and high availability works. This is one of our customers. It actually has this system. So they have 2 sites in east and west of the country. And on each side, you have high availability systems available to you, but they are active architecture. In other words, load balancers provides two different systems to this customer, and the people on the west are on the west system, and the people on the east system, because you want to make sure that you have the fastest solution. You don't want to go through the entire country of 3,000 miles and get from one point to another on the other system. So when you look at the high availability, when the first server fails, it goes to the second server. And when the second server fails, you start the geo-redundancy solution, and you move your entire group of people to the other section. What you remember, the moving people from, the IDs from one section to another is the easy part. Moving the groups that you have created in one of these clusters is a little bit tougher. So it takes a little bit of time to move all the registered users from one site to another. At any moment, you are provisioned on both systems, but you are registered and using only one of them. So it's important to know that. Any question on this? Okay. We have solutions for all iOS devices and Android devices. No disrespect to Bob, but we have, Sony is just one of them. So we have all these solutions, and we have it on the smartphones. You have your bring your own device solution. It doesn't need to be ruggedized to be used, so it just needs an Android 4.2 and above. And we have on tablets and PCs, we have a dispatch solution. I'm trying now to show you what it looks like when you are going to use this thing as a software, as a service. In this one, the IPRS, which is our service, is outside the network operator cloud system. So we keep it on a cloud, but we are connecting it through any cellular system in the world. So you can use it in any place in the world. You can have your users registered on the system. This is actually in South America, something like that, and you have multiple countries using the same server in Mexico. So there's actually doing this. I don't want to go into all the pieces, but we have a 24/7 monitoring so that we know if something goes wrong to how to handle the operations. We have applications that are running on the devices and on the dispatch position, so that you can choose your solution and work with it. When you go with the operator that wants the servers to be at this premise, it becomes part of the system, and this is the fastest network you can get because there is no distance between the cellular system and the cloud system that's maybe located in another country. Okay, the main feature of our system is actually push to talk. You can have private group calls. You have presence and status of every user at any moment. And some devices have PTT buttons on their device, so we use that. Like Sonim device, we have it on the side. If it's just a phone, so we have a soft PTT on the device on the screen. We have instant messaging, something like a WhatsApp solution that you can use with your users, to groups, and whatever. We had some push to video solution in the past. We didn't see the customers, we didn't see the market yet. And going to LTEs actually gives us the understanding that could be a lot of our customers looking for solutions like that. So we are going to go back and renew our roadmap on that one. We have dispatch solution that you can use for control rooms to control your users and devices. We have push to locate that allows you to find out where everyone is. the actually funny thing that when people go traveling across the world, and we always know where, on what street, in what city they are running around and working. So it's good for us to know what's happening. Some people may like it, some people may not. And priority alert, there we have some of our devices have an SOS button on it that when you push it, so you get the SOS on the dispatch position. This is one of the case studies I'm going to show here. American Mobile, they're using a multi-tenant system. In other words, the server is in Mexico, but we have different applications for every of these operators, and they are located in multiple locations: Ecuador, Brazil, and Colombia. Of course, Mexico is the fourth operator using the system, but the server is in Mexico. Okay, looking at our roadmap, we want to go and the moment the 3GPP release 13 starts, we're going to start adding it as part of our solution. So that would be release 13 capable. And the device, it says 3GPP and Mobile Tornado. You can use any application on that device when you do that, of course. Video, as I said, we want to put a video server in as part of our solution. All the signaling that was done for PTT and the smart messaging would stay the same, but we're gonna put our server cannot handle the video part of the application, so we're gonna put this new server for video operation. Okay, so going through the characteristics, as we said, it's very agnostic. It can work on any system. It's scalable from very small solutions to very, very large carrier grade system. Telco grade, geo-redundancy. We have interoperability with LMR through a radio gateway unit that we can add to the system and use it. And you saw on the first slide all the interfaces we have that you can connect other applications to our server. MCPTT future-proof. This is something we think we can, because of the high availability and geo-redundancy, we can easily move it to MCPTT and provide the solution as one of that. The trends we are looking at some of the stuff that's going in with our solution is, I think what's going to happen in the past few years, Mobile Tornado is in the market for some 10 years. And it hasn't been growing as fast because we always had the problem of the quality of the systems, of the networks. Maybe coverage, the speed, the bandwidth. And I think these days, and everybody was showing it today, I think we had great presentations coming at it that says LTE is come out of age. It provides what we need and what we will use in the future to provide some of these solutions. So we think that our solution is going to be a lot better going forward just because of the system. We're going to spend a lot of time creating some of these solutions for our customers, and I think one of the things that might happen to make sure that we can jump over LMR system into LTE system, maybe hybrid devices. Something I worked at Motorola, and we tried to do that direction because somebody said 10 years. I think all the LMR systems are gonna be around for another 10, 15 years unless we prove to our customers that the system is not just available, but it can provide the same level of resiliency when we talk about it. And that means devices, that means coverage. Cost is something. Somebody talked about $1 billion. $1 billion is not a lot of money for a country like UK. I know how much we ever spent to get it and how much they charge the government. So it's not a big deal. I don't think that's it. I think we should provide the coverage. And when I heard about 95%, I applaud the company that tries to do something like that. Maybe Mansour should go to FirstNet and help them to do that in the US. With that, I'm finished. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. That was a happy ending for the day.